Hi Pankaj. Hi.
Sir,
You can hear me well?
I can hear you very well. How are you doing?
I am fine. आपका थोड़ा सा लग रहा है बहुत हैप्पी हैप्पी फेस लग रहा है बिरयानी खा रहे हो आजकल.
बिल्कुल बिरयानी में किलो का बिरयानी आता रहता है घर में.
Thank you so much. And how was your week? Hectic week, normal week, कैसा है? Friday evening, is it a good time of the week?
So I think this is when the real sales begins for us. So it's always a good time. Very interestingly, we thought that women usually don't watch IPL, but
Hmm.
ever since IPL has started, I can see a certain amount of trends moving for the business also.
Really? Oh,
Maybe which is very surprising. So whether it's maybe a lot of people in tier 2, tier 3 towns use their husband's help to either make the purchase, or it is a lot of women starting to watch IPL, something we're still trying to crack.
you know,
But yeah, it's
besides a lot of business gyan today, entrepreneurship gyan, we are going to have some lingerie gyan as well today. What are the trends? How does it work?
interesting. Yeah. So by the way, first of all, thank you so much. I think I've been looking forward to this conversation.
No, no, me too. I'm very excited. First of all, I think you've created a great company, Clovia. And I'll tell you also during the conversation why, not just because you're Pankaj Vermani, but I think it's a great job you have done. And we have a lot of respect. And I think how you have really pivoted also, if I can say, during Corona time. So I think it'll be really a lot of motivation for a lot of startups, entrepreneurs. I think. So Pankaj, if you allow me to start and some control,
Please,
right?
please,
So
please,
you,
absolutely.
you started as from a IIT Delhi, a tech graduate, right? A computer science, maths, everything. तो आपने दो चीजों का बताइए तो थोड़ा सा अपने बारे में कहाँ से हैं आप वेयर विच सिटी यू ग्रो अप आईआईटी दिल्ली से आपने ऑफ कोर्स अपनी इंजीनियरिंग करी तो ये लॉन्जरी में कैसे आ गए एंड आल्सो आई नो यू हैव डन अदर व्हेन आई लुक एट योर लिंक्डइन प्रोफाइल आई फाउंड यू वर को-फाउंडर इन सीकनेट यू वर को-फाउंडर इन वृत्ति तो ये एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप का जो एक अगर मैं कीड़ा बोलूं या एक जो बोलूं ये आपको शुरू से है क्या
So, sir, I think God has been very kind. In fact, Lovia मेरा तीसरा venture है. I've done two ventures in the past. Been fairly successful. In one a little ahead of time. It was an edtech venture. In fact, मेरा second venture was an educational technology venture, which had almost 1.5 million students in 2010 on the platform. तो अभी जो edtech में चल रहा है वो देख के तो मतलब the heart is always pounding with happiness कि finally it has arrived. So a very interesting story about my life is that my father used to be a lingerie seller, and until until class 12th, it was a mandate. So I come from a city called Meerut, which is 60 kilometers from Delhi, and every evening after school and everything, for 2 hours I was supposed to be at the shop, and my dad had given me this mandate कि it will build your character. मुझे आज
ओह
तक समझ नहीं आया वो concept कि lingerie store पे लड़के को खड़ा करके character कैसे बनेगा, but but it was a very interesting time, and my teachers used to come to to the shop, and they would tell my father कि यार इसको पढ़ने दो, and he should do something else with his life. And my father had the last laugh. मतलब आज भी हंसते हैं, everybody can send whatever they want, but you ended up selling lingerie. So so it's been a very interesting time, although I was not drawn to this business by my own thought process.
हाँ थोड़ा सा
Can you hear me?
आपका आई थिंक रिसेप्शन लूज हो रहा था थोड़ा हाँ हम्म, हाँ बेटर हाँ.
Okay,
पंकज
okay.
यूर ऑन वाईफाई राइट
I was
पंकज
on
यूर ऑन
Wi-Fi,
वाईफाई
but there was a power cut, so now I've gone on mobile.
अच्छा
I'll be
ओके
back on Wi-Fi in 2 minutes.
ओके ओके हाँ तो
So
अगर
so we were
ये कह सकते हैं लॉन्जरे आपके खून में है, आपकी ये पैदाइश में है, मतलब यानी कि यू ग्रो अप देयर बट ऑफ हाँ बट यू कंटिन्यू प्लीज बोल
So I was just telling that we were drawn to lingerie as a business. Frankly, it was out of it it was something which Neha, who's also my co-founder, and my wife, it was something that she was she wanted to pursue. And so she's been a one of the oldest one of the earlier e-commerce people in the country, and she would constantly say यार इस category में जब भी go out in the market to buy something relevant, you don't find the right thing, and somebody has to solve this problem. तो हमारा पूरा एजेंडा सिर्फ ये था कि क्या एक बहुत बड़ा इशू है मार्केट में जिसको हम सॉल्व कर सकते हैं, and it was literally out of it was a consumer issue, right? It was one of the customers saying कि यार ये challenge है and I want to solve it. And मेरे को जब उन्होंने शुरू में सजेस्ट किया तो I started laughing. I said आप इंजीनियरिंग ग्रेजुएट को लॉन्जरे रिसर्च करने को बोल रहे हो, मना क्यों करेगा, right? But when we started researching, we realized it's actually a very big challenge in the industry right now, and that's when we started the journey. And of course, along the way, Suman, who's our other co-founder, joined in as well. Who's a lingerie design expert. So that's how the journey began for us.
तो पंकज, मैं थोड़े क्वेश्चंस बैक एंड फोर्थ ले जाऊंगा, वी मेक इट फन. तो जैसे कि ऑफ कोर्स यू आर आईआईटी दिल्ली ग्रेजुएट, वन ऑफ द मोस्ट प्रीमियर इंस्टीट्यूट्स. सो और जो आपने बाकी एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप करी, जॉब्स करी बिफोर क्लोविया व्हिच वाज अराउंड इन 2015, वो सब मोर टेक रिलेटेड थे. इज योर स्ट्रेंथ टेक और इज योर स्ट्रेंथ strategy? What is your strength?
So my initial strength was all technology. Pehla business was absolute technology. We made a technology engine. We sold it off to one of the largest ad networks in the world. And उनका इंडिया ऑफिस खोला, वहाँ पे 70 R&D सेंटर बनाया 70 लोगों का. All of them, उसमें से आधे लोग तो अभी इनफैक्ट co-founders of one of the biggest companies of the country होंगे right now. तो बहुत ही पावरफुल ग्रुप बनाया था. 2007-8 तक आते आते थोड़ा सा डिसिपेट होने लगा. I started doing lot more operations. I started doing lot more strategic things with the second business. And by the time 2010 happened, मुझे खुद नहीं पता था मैं क्या कर रहा हूँ, अभी तक नहीं पता. बट आज भी अगर मेरे को फर्स्ट लव बोला जाए तो हफ्ते में एक दिन 1 घंटा ऐसा होता है जब मैं खुद बैठ के सीक्वल पे क्वेरीज लिख रहा होता हूँ, क्योंकि मुझे मजा आता है वो करने में. बट प्रेडोमिनेंट स्ट्रेंथ इज मोर बिजनेस डेवलपमेंट, strategy creation and operations. Hands-on operations काफी strong है. If I were to analyze internally कि क्या मैं कर सकता हूँ उस सेंस में.
You are saying tech, you are saying hands-on operation, you are saying BD. तो ये तो काफी कुछ आ गया. Other than marketing, finance, काफी कुछ आ गया इसमें, right?
सर बेसिकली ये कि अगर आप 20 साल तक धक्के खाते रहोगे तो सब सीख जाओगे थोड़ा-थोड़ा.
That's a good thing to say. Oh, that's a good thing to say. And if I can, if you can, I think, co-founders is a great blessing. If I can say, I have a co-founder, Mr. Kaushik Roy, and I bring a private equity, entrepreneurship background and strategy, finance, marketing, and he brings a great ops background to it. So if I can ask in a humble way, what do you think Suman and Neha bring to the table in terms of different things? How do the pieces fit together? It will help other entrepreneurs understand.
So I think in fact एक बार किसी ने पूछा था एक फोरम में कि why do you need co-founders? तो मैंने पूछा था, मैंने कहा आप सुपरमैन हो क्या? नहीं, सुपरमैन तो नहीं हूँ. मैंने कहा फिर you need people to help you, right? You cannot do everything. जैसे अगर मैं सेम ब्रेथ में बोल रहा हूँ मैं बीडी और ऑपरेशंस कर लेता हूँ तो वही बहुत बड़ा स्ट्रीम है, as you very rightly pointed out, right? So to answer the question, and just the way you've been so successful and blessed by having Kaushik by your side, if either one of us, either just Neha, to of course is the person who started the whole thought process, right? And it was her who basically pushed in that direction. Ki yaar, we should research around this. And once we researched, of course, we were all believers, right? So just Neha ka pura aspect was direct sales and product insights, right? So she brought that to the table immediately. So day zero पे हमारे को revenue सोचना ही नहीं पड़ा. उन्होंने business शुरू होने के 15 दिन के अंदर ही एक revenue channel create कर लिया. And she keeps doing that. जैसे कोविड टाइम आया तो कोविड टाइम में पहले 15 दिन में उन्होंने ऑलमोस्ट $500,000 का बिजनेस पाइपलाइन जनरेट कर लिया था. So that's the strength that she brings to the table, right? So that was her strength which came immediately on board. हम जो प्रोडक्ट बनाते हैं और बेचते हैं वो सुमन के बिना बन ही नहीं सकता. तो ऑब्वियसली वो तो कहने की जरूरत ही नहीं पड़ती.
Suman, if I can say, being a woman, the kind of product insights given this category lingerie, what she can have, I'm just saying, I don't know this.
So interesting part is Suman is a guy.
Oh no, so sorry, I mean to say Neha.
Yeah. Neha. So Neha basically, so actually हमारे कैटेगरी में तो मेरे को ऑलमोस्ट 7 साल लग गए समझने में कि एक्चुअली इस कैटेगरी में कितना कॉम्प्लेक्सिटी और कितना जरूरत है. As you very rightly pointing out, what Neha basically brought to the table immediately was, the real consumer's view. And today also when I feel that there is a doubt, I have to go back to it and say consumer कैसे सोचता है, right? वो तो एक handicap you are absolutely bang on. वो एक handicap तो as a male, you know, a lot of people don't even understand this level of challenges that this category can have, you know, for a woman's life. So absolutely true. So I think the power of co-founder ये है कि if you are people with complementary skill sets coming together, then I think you have done your job. I think then I think you're at the right place. मतलब, you know, both happened when technology and acoustics met, right? So it's always 2-3 complementary things that will come together, you know, which will create magic. So that's the way to look at things, probably.
Pankaj, some people put a comment कि आपके face पे थोड़ी light कम है. Can we put more light in the room? Is it possible?
Actually, is it a little better now?
This better now. This better now. This better.
Yeah,
now.
I think पीछे कुछ issue था इसलिए दिक्कत हुआ.
हाँ, थोड़ी light कम थी, but I think it's better now. हाँ, थोड़ी सी. थोड़ी सी. हाँ. I think Wi-Fi एक बार आ जाए तो Wi-Fi पे कर लेना. It might be better. हाँ.
अब better लगेगा आपको?
हाँ, better. हाँ. So do you recommend co-founder? Right? Is people had mixed experiences. I had a great experience. I think you had a great experience. But while talking to other entrepreneurs, because I'll get this co-founder topic out of the way and go to other topics. How much do you recommend co-founders, and what should people be looking at co-founders? Should people have worked with them in their corporate careers, have known them, or is it the difference in skill sets, or the value system should be same? How would your comments on co-founders? And I think entrepreneurship is a very lonely thing. Does a co-founder bring that less loneliness or someone to talk to, sound of ideas, what other things, and what are the pros and cons?
So I think having a co-founder for all practical purposes is, I think it is always a blessing. You know, दो तरह से देख सकते हैं. तो एक तो आप one fundamental is कि आपका, और ये तो of course, you know, you will have to back me up on this answer because, you know, your feedback and input is literally probably you know, more auspicious than mine. But one thing is that the core fundamental values have to be the same. So if one of you is there to make the quick buck, right? अगर कोई ऐसा है जिसको बिल्कुल बस जल्दी से पैसा बनाना है, वैल्यू क्रिएट नहीं करनी, और दूसरा है जो किसी की जेन्युइन प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व करने के लिए आया है, तो शुरू में ही सब कुछ अच्छा चलेगा, बट जहां पे क्विक एग्जिट दिखेगी, कुछ लोग निकल जाएंगे और आप अकेले रह जाओगे. तो आई थिंक आपका कोर विजन भी नहीं, आपका कोर इंटेंशन सेम होना चाहिए. विजन तो फिर भी अलाइन हो जाते हैं वक्त के साथ, इंटेंशंस नहीं बदलते. तो अगर आपके इंटेंशन ठीक है साथ में, तब एक तो को-फाउंडर का वो थंब रूल बहुत जरूरी लगता है मेरे को, एंड यू नो, यू कैन करेक्ट मी देयर. और दूसरा, कॉम्प्लीमेंट्री स्किल सेट्स तो बिल्कुल ही होने चाहिए, बिकॉज कई बार जब आपका बिल्कुल लगता है यार अब तो सारे दरवाजे बंद हो गए, मैं क्या करूं, राइट? तब आपके पास वो एक नंबर होता है ना, यू नो, लिटरली 1 और 1 11 है. तब आप एक फोन करते हो और बोलते हो भाई क्या करें, यू नो. एंड मेरे केस में तो लिटरली आई डोंट इवन हैव टू गो टू फार बिकॉज यू नो माय को-फाउंडर इज राइट देयर इन द सेम हाउस.
No, I think it's a great thing to, and I think it's a great strength to have, because I think कोई भी superhuman नहीं, and entrepreneurship is a very lonely journey and a very long journey. But I would also like to ask you certain things कि हो सकता है, जैसे I know Clovia is a 100 crore plus company now, and अगर आपको one co-founder can say कि भाई मुझे 500 करोड़ बनाना है अगले 3 साल में, one co-founder can say कि मुझे 200 करोड़ ही बनाना है, one can say मुझे 1000 करोड़ बना देना है, and one can say मुझे इंटरनेशनल एक्सपेंशन करना है, राइट? कि बहुत जल्दी से मुझे दुबई भी जाना है, सिंगापुर भी जाना है, यूएस भी जाना है. वन कैन से नहीं, ज्योग्राफिक एक्सपेंशन इंडिया में ही करते हैं अभी. सो पंकज, थोड़ा आपका, आई थिंक आई कैन सी, कैन यू हियर मी?
I can hear you well.
You can hear me well. So there can be difference in acceleration. Like what I'm saying, somewhere someone can say कि मुझे 100 किलोमीटर की स्पीड से गाड़ी चलानी है, कहता नहीं टक्कर हो जाएगी, मुझे 60 किलोमीटर पर आवर से चलानी है. तो शुड देयर बी अ कैप्टन? वन कैन से कि भाई इंटरनेशनल भी करना है, वन कैन से नहीं इंडिया में. सो शुड देयर बी अ कैप्टन ऑफ द शिप हु हैज टू टेक द फाइनल कॉल? हाउ डज इट वर्क?
तो सर इसके लिए ना बहुत ही ऑफ कोर्स, क्योंकि आई हैपन टू बी फ्रॉम मेरठ, तो थोड़ा देसी है सब कुछ, बट you know, one thing that is very important is that you know, किसी भी एरिया में, किसी भी इलाके में, at the end of the day एक ही गुंडा होता है, वरना गैंगवर हो जाता है, you know. So but there are very important things to handle here. There are very smart ways to handle things, you know. And जैसे हम लोगों ने क्या करा है, हम लोगों का, it's not just the us 3 co-founders, हम लोग का एक 5 लोग का टीम है, राइट? सो वी हैव अ 5 पीपल टीम विच इज द कोर ग्रुप, जिसको हम क्लोविया जेडाई मास्टर्स बुलाते हैं, राइट? हम तो स्टार वॉर फैंस हैं सारे। तो और वो बेसिकली वो काउंसिल है हमारी। वो काउंसिल क्या करती है, जब भी लाइफ में कुछ हम बिजनेस डिसीजन लेना होता है और आंसर्स क्लियर नहीं है, देन वी पुट इट टू अ वोट, और उस वोट में जो भी जीतती है बेसिकली मेजोरिटी, दैट्स द डिसीजन वी टेक एज अ बिजनेस। उससे क्या हो जाता है, इतना डेमोक्रेसी हो जाता है। उस पिचिंग प्रोसेस में सबको समझ भी आने लगता है कि मेरे, जब मैं अपनी पिच करता हूँ तो मुझे समझ आ जाता है यार इसमें कुछ गड़बड़ हो सकती है, यू नो। सो एक हमने एक इंटरेस्टिंग पार्ट करा हुआ है, सबको एक एक वीटो मिला हुआ है। तो इस पूरे प्रोसेस में देयर कैन आल्सो बी अ टाइम व्हेन समबडी सेज मैं अपना इस साल का वीटो आज यूज कर रहा हूँ, और तो इतना हमने उसको एक लीगल डॉक्यूमेंट सा बना लिया ना, तो कभी भी हमारी डिसीजनिंग में गड़बड़ नहीं होती। इट हैज बिकम वेरी वेरी डेमोक्रेटिक इन नेचर। तो आपके अपने तरीके हो सकते हैं जिनसे आप अपनी डिसीजनिंग को मैनेज करें, बट yes, at the end of the day, if things come to a point where hard decisions have to be taken, then one person will have to take that responsibility, and वरना क्या होता है, multiple people होते हैं तो responsibility share हो जाती है। I think that one person has to be defined कि all comes, you know, when all goes down and there is just one decision to be taken, तो who can take that decision? I think वो एक बहुत important aspect है, but वो बहुत rare होना चाहिए अगर आपने अपना ecosystem ठीक सेट करा है।
So if I can say, you said something very important कि आपने democratize भी करा हुआ है, उसको एक structure भी दिया हुआ है. You've done it both. So, and if I can say, I think while we are covering co-founders, I think you, when you said a committee or 5 people, I think you meant maybe 2 mentors or board members, other than 3 of the co-founders.
Interestingly, it is not mentors or board members. It is actually people from the organization. These are people who are feet on the ground, जो उस पूरी प्रॉब्लम का हिस्सा हैं, you know, because अगर आप मेंटर्स या बोर्ड मेंबर्स को इन्वॉल्व करते हो तो वो जो पिक्चर आती है वो पिक्चर बहुत होलिस्टिक भी हो जाती है, एक्सटर्नल व्यू भी हो जाता है, राइट? उनको वो ग्राउंड रियलिटीज इतने क्लियर नहीं होते। तो हमारा जो काउंसिल है, वो काउंसिल में एक्चुअली 2 पीपल विद इन द ऑर्गेनाइजेशन है, हु आर बेसिकली द सीएफओस। एक हमारे सीएफओ है, एक ग्रोथ हेड है इफेक्टिवली।
Okay. So I think this pointer really helps. So while I took the topic of mentors, मैं उसको भी cover कर लेता हूँ before going to other topics. Do you have mentors in Clovia, and do you recommend mentors?
Oh, 100%. So in fact, we share common mentors also. So there are certain people who are literally the heart and soul of our organization, right? So जैसे हमारी केस में अरुण जी हैं, Mr. Arun Gupta, who basically is part of the Capital Foods family. Then there is Mr. Ravi Dhariwal, who was basically the ex CMD of Times Group. So there are certain people who literally, जैसे अरुण जी के साथ दिन में 2 बार बात हो जाता था मेरा. So whenever I have some issue, some question, I would just pick up the phone and say, sir, क्या करूं? So people who have been there, done that, seen so many more things than you have done, kind of always ends up helping you in a lot of ways. So I think that is something which is very, very powerful to have. And mentor भी इतना आसान नहीं है, you have to be very careful also, if you start putting all your heart and soul in front of somebody and it gets misused, तो वो भी एक बहुत बड़ा challenge है. As you rightly said शुरू में कि being a founder is such a lonely thing to be. So if you get fortunate enough to find the right people as your mentors, I think you're very, very fortunate. But importance of a mentor being in your life is huge. I mean, at least that's my learning so far.
You can give some pointers to startups and early stage entrepreneurs. How should someone be looking for mentors? क्योंकि आज के दिन बहुत लोग कहते हैं mentors हैं. I know Arun ji and Ravi Dhariwal ji are great people, and most people might not be able to get people of that caliber. And but what should someone be looking when they are seeking? This is a very open-ended question, but if you had, how did you decide on choosing them? What were the strengths you were looking or point in a mentor?
Sir, so काफी इंटरेस्टिंग सवाल है, because when you get lucky, you don't think about it. इसके पीछे science.
I think these are 2 such great people, and I know both of them, and these are people who know it all and the kind of strengths they have. And I know it's a difficult question to answer, but it will help a lot of people. अगर आप, if you can think on the back of your mind, what should someone...
जैसे one thing that जो हम लोगों ने बहुत किया, right, which we personally felt was really helpful, and of course a very branded thing to say, but it was super helpful, is we used to attend, जैसे I personally used to attend a lot of events, right, initial time में, where I would try and talk to a lot of people, try and find people. I went wrong with some people also, you know, when I met them, I started to spend time with them. I think बहुत सारी synergies have to match in not just one or two ways, it has to match in a lot more ways, right? जैसे मैं core ethics की बात कर रहा हूँ, अगर आपका core ethic है long term value का, but आपका mentor आपको constantly guide कर रहा है, यार ये short term approach है, इसमें बहुत valuation creation हो जाएगा, आगे बढ़ो, you know, तो all of a sudden and you trust that person a lot, तो आप literally you might end up losing your direction in a lot of ways, right? So I think interesting part इसमें जो मेरे साथ हुआ ना, वो ये था कि you have to end up meeting a lot of people who probably have been in some way associated to the trade that you are in. I think that is one checkbox. Somebody who has very strong credentials to their background, that is the second checkbox. And third is find time to meet them as much as possible, right? होता क्या है, पहली दो मीटिंग के बाद या तो आप नहीं मिलना चाहते तीसरी बार, या आप रियलाइज करते हो वो नहीं मिलना चाहते हैं, या आप रियलाइज करते हो आप दोनों मिलना चाहते हो लेकिन उनके पास टाइम नहीं है. तीनों केसेस में आपके पास आंसर बहुत क्लियर है, क्योंकि अगर उनके पास टाइम नहीं है तो वर्थ इट नहीं है. अगर आप मिलना ही नहीं चाहते तो सॉल्व है और अगर आप मिलना चाहते हो और वो भी मिलना चाहते हैं, तब आपका एटलीस्ट फर्स्ट फिल्टर क्लियर हो गया है. So that's one way of, you know, looking at the filtering mechanism.
No, I think point well taken, and I will again repeat this: कि entrepreneurship is a very lonely and a very long journey. So the better co-founder, mentors and team you have, वही आपके ship को दूसरे किनारे, if I can say, is at all a किनारा or a final destination, तो वही मतलब that is very important. So I will change the topic a bit now. So can we, D2C is a buzzword nowadays, direct to consumer brands, right? Ki Corona times especially. What do you make? Can you explain to viewers, entrepreneurs, what is a D2C brand and is Clovia a D2C brand?
So D2C का बहुत simple, मतलब कोई भी brand होता है ना, वो कितने hops में end consumer के पास पहुंच रहा है, that is defined usually by the channel, right? So अगर मैं एक standard general trade का brand हूँ, तो मैं पहले distributor के पास पहुंचूंगा hop 1, फिर मैं retailer के पास पहुंचूंगा hop 2, फिर मैं final customer के पास पहुंचूंगा, right? 2 hop में. या फिर मैं you know directly large format से बेचता हूँ, तो पहले मैं shopper stop के पास पहुंचा hop 1 और फिर customer के पास पहुंच गया, right? That is, so D2C is something which can actually service themselves directly to the end consumer. उससे इम्पैक्ट क्या होता है? उससे इम्पैक्ट ये होता है कि आप डायरेक्टली कस्टमर कन्वर्ट कर सकते हो, आप अपना बिजनेस उसको अपने एथिक्स उसको डायरेक्टली पास ऑन कर सकते हो. यू विल नॉट हैव टू बी डिपेंडेंट ऑन अ जनरल ट्रेड पर्सन. सो फॉर एग्जांपल, इफ यू स्टैंड फॉर प्रिवेसी, राइट, लेकिन जिस दुकान से आप बिक रहे हो वहां पर ट्रायल रूम ही नहीं है, तो फिर you know then you cannot stand for the ethics that you believe in, right? So what D2C does, you know, what direct to consumer businesses do is that they reach out directly to the end consumer. Lot of brands who probably would sell on a marketplace, for example, and they say that I'm a direct to consumer. That's not true, right? Because आप literally तो actually एक brand हो जो अपने आप को इंटरनेट पे बेच रहे हो, तो आप ऑनलाइन ब्रांड हो लेकिन आप डायरेक्ट टू कंज्यूमर ब्रांड नहीं हो, राइट? सो क्लोविया का 55% बिजनेस अपनी वेबसाइट से होता है, राइट? और अनदर 7% बिजनेस अपने एक्सक्लूसिव ब्रांड आउटलेट से होता है. सो ऑलमोस्ट 60% प्लस बिजनेस हम करते हैं जब हम डायरेक्टली कंज्यूमर से बात करते हैं. सो इवन फॉर अस वी आर अ 60% डायरेक्ट टू कंज्यूमर बिजनेस, where we get direct feedbacks from the end consumer, we get direct impacts from the end consumer, and rest 40% of course business happens through multiple channels which may or may not be D2C.
So I think you're making a very important distinction. A lot of people nowadays believe that if you're online, you're D2C. But that is not the case. If you're selling, most of your business is, if it's on Amazon or Flipkart or any of the aggregators, you are still not a D2C brand because aggregators stands between you and the customer, right? And you might not be getting customer feedback directly or even customer database or their profiles directly, right? So somewhere you were saying a D2C brand is a company who was in direct touch with the customer. तो अपनी वैल्यू सिस्टम को और अपने प्रोडक्ट को and you can reach out directly to them, and the feedback is also very direct. So you can change the product mix or whatever the customer needs faster and suitable to the customer needs. So the communication and the speed of execution can become much faster.
Absolutely. So in fact, what we do for a living is just this. When we design a product and we launch it to the market, we actually do very small quantities of it. इसीलिए वो जल्दी sold out भी हो जाता है. And उसके बाद basis the speed at which it sold and the feedback that it got from the end customer, हमारा एक backend engine है जो automatically start design करके बता देता है कि इस product को और बनाओ या मत बनाओ. You know, so literally brand becomes by the customers for the customers, right? Because customer खुद ही decide कर रहा है उसको प्रोडक्ट फिर से चाहिए या नहीं चाहिए. सो देन इट बिकम्स वो एब्सोल्यूट डेमोक्रेसी हो गई ना. मतलब आपने एक चीज बनाई, कस्टमर को प्रेजेंट करी और कस्टमर ने डिसाइड करा कि अब आपका ये फिर से बनेगा या नहीं बनेगा. एंड दैट्स द रीजन व्हाई मोस्ट ऑफ द प्रोडक्ट्स दैट वी लिटरली डू एंड अप बीइंग बेस्ट सेलर्स, बिकॉज जो बेस्ट सेलर नहीं होना होता वो पहले बैच के बाद बनता ही नहीं है, क्योंकि वो कस्टमर ऑलरेडी अपना डिसीजन दे चुका है. तो कई बार ऐसा होता है बहुत अच्छा बिक रहा है लेकिन कस्टमर फीडबैक खराब आया है ऑटोमेटिकली जो आता है, तो वो प्रोडक्ट सिस्टम बनाता ही नहीं, फिर से अपने आप ही रिकमेंड नहीं होता है. So I think the power also lies in gathering feedback from the end consumer and giving them the right experience. You know, that's the power what direct to consumer brings to the table.
Great thing, a very important thing you are saying. मैं आपके business में थोड़ा सा deep जाता हूँ, so that you know the entrepreneurs and startups can benefit out of it. कि what is the beauty of Clovier business? Because I have some idea, not exact, but I think.
Right.
See, how many SKUs Clovier might have today, or how many you might have launched total in your existence of 5 years? थोड़ा सा idea देंगे आप?
So today we have around 2,000 to 2,500 SKUs at any point of time. You know, and these are 2,500 products. अगर आप sizes में multiply कर लें तो आप इसको 12 से और multiply कर लीजिए average. Otherwise 12 से तो 40 से multiply करिए. तो काफी बड़ा SKU base है. In our lifetime, we would have launched at least if nothing 20 times these. So you know, so literally one of every 20 end up being the product which goes into a second batch, and otherwise we would not kind of make it again. Consider that's the stringence of. We could actually have made one of every 5 also, लेकिन we have kept it very stringent.
So आपका, if I heard you right, 1 out of 20 second batch में जाता है.
Exactly. So basically over a period of time, that's how it has happened, right? But आज की तारीख में अभी because you know past learning इतनी ज़्यादा आ चुकी है, तो we are getting more and more, you know, successful in terms of the way we are designing it. But even today it's a 20% strike rate, not more than that. So we started with a 5% strike. Actually we started with a 2% strike rate where we said कि 100 बना रहे थे और उसमें सिर्फ 2 को रीबैच कर रहे थे. आज हम 5 बनाते हैं उसमें से 1 को रीबैच कर पा रहे हैं. वो पूरा जर्नी ऐसे चला है. तो over a period of time आपको 1 in 20 है basically.
तो आपके बिजनेस की कॉम्प्लेक्सिटी अगर किसी स्टार्टअप को समझनी हो, आई विल ट्राई टू पुट इट इन सिंप्लीफाइड वे इन माय वर्ड्स, कि आप 2500 SKUs आज के दिन करते हैं जिसमें 12 साइजेस हैं. सो ऑलमोस्ट टोटल अगर यूनिक SKU लें तो 30,000 SKUs शायद आज भी हैं, और इसके 20 टाइम्स आप क्रिएट कर चुके इन योर एग्जिस्टेंस ऑफ 5 years. सो इफ इट वाज अ ऑफलाइन ब्रांड, वो इतने जल्दी ना तो चर्न कर पाते, ना अपने अगर आपके सिर्फ EBOs या MBOs होते, विच इन आई थिंक द ट्रेड जार्गन्स, मतलब यानी कि स्टैंड अलोन रिटेल शॉप्स होती हैं, शॉप इन शॉप होते, ना तो उतने पहुंचा पाते आप, ना उतने फीडबैक मिल पाता. एंड इतना आप इसीलिए कर पाए बिकॉज यू आर अ D2C एंड ऑल्सो ऑनलाइन, राइट?
So it's a function of where do you begin. So हम लोगों ने क्या किया, हमने कहा पहले डेटा कलेक्ट करते हैं और फिर उस डेटा को यूटिलाइज करके ऑफलाइन जाते हैं. तो आज अच्छा मैं थोड़ा सा और पीछे आता हूं, अगर क्योंकि हम कॉम्प्लेक्सिटी की बात कर रहे हैं तो आपने गलत नाम छेड़ दिया, राइट? So the interesting bit about our category, about our business is India is not one country, right? So a North Indian body type is very different from a South Indian body type. It's very different from a East Indian body type. So different bodies का different requirement होता है हमारे category में. Sizes different होते हैं, different you know bodies के different stages of life पे different requirements हो जाती हैं. So you know women actually goes through almost 5 to 6 life stages, you know, from puberty to marriage to child, you know, to going towards the elderly ages. So your body becomes different and you have different requirements, and there are different requirements. In fact, फॉर एग्जाम्पल अगर आप पंजाब में ऊपर जाते हैं तो आपकी बॉडी टाइप चेंज होती जाती है और एक्चुअली आपकी रिक्वायरमेंट फॉर एन इनरवेयर बिकम्स कंप्लीटली डिफरेंट. सो एक स्टैंडर्ड जनरल डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन मैकेनिज्म जो कि मेंस इनरवेयर के लिए बहुत आसान होगा, राइट, बिकॉज घूम फिर के एक सैंडो एक रिप्ड बनियान बनाना है और उसको आपको पूरी कंट्री में करना है, राइट. इन इनरवेयर फॉर वुमेन कैटेगरी इट बिकम्स एक्सट्रीमली कॉम्प्लेक्स, राइट. तो उसके बाद फिर आपके डिफरेंट प्रोडक्ट्स आल्सो रिक्वायरमेंट्स आर डिफरेंट, padded, not padded. Padded maybe there is a light level padded. Push-up there are 3 levels of push-up. There's wired, there's non-wired, there's t-shirt bra, there's balcony. Matlab, it's a humongous amount of product set that is out there. So complexity, if you're saying that for a single consumer, if you were to kind of present an entire plethora, so actually these 2,500 to 3,000 SKUs are not enough. But the fact that you need technology and statistical understanding for a machine learning algorithm to keep telling you, boss, this you make, and this you make, then 70% of the ecosystem is covered. So that's the level of data crunching that we guys have done over time. And once we understood 2 years ago that there is enough data in the online environment, we started deploying that data into the offline and said, अच्छा ये pin code पे ये ecosystem चलता है, तो let's take this set to this pin code and see how successful can we get. And that kind of really triggered it for us, because all of a sudden we realized कि हम अब अपनी online learning से काफी हद तक offline simulation कर पा रहे हैं. So that's the power of what data did for us.
No, I think it's, and also, it's so interesting to understand this. And I think if I can say, this is a perfect category, women lingerie, for a D2C brand because of the number of SKUs and the kind of feedback and mechanism and data analysis you need to be able to keep churning out different SKUs, what is required. पर इसमें मैं एक और अगर complexity लूं, right? वेंडर्स, राइट. अगर आपने सोच तो लिया कि आपको 2500 SKU करने हैं, 2500 और 30,000 साइजेस में मिला के, मतलब 12 साइजेस, the vendors should also be ready to do small lot size for different SKUs and churn it out fast enough. The supply chain also has to support you. So was it difficult in the beginning to get vendors to do so many different SKUs in such small lots? Will it be difficult for a startup?
So first 6 months, so literally, I think after first 6 months, we thought that we will never be able to take this business, to an actual reality, because we realized that it is almost impossible. And I think full regards to Suman for cracking this. We literally set up, businesses. We got people to help us. So हमने क्या किया, हमने कुछ लोगों को फंड किया और कहा कि तुम अपना फैक्ट्री खोलो, हम तुम्हें सपोर्ट करेंगे. तो काफी सारे वेंडर्स तो ऐसे हैं जिनको हमने खुद सपोर्ट करके बनाया. सो आज देयर आर सर्टेन सेट ऑफ पीपल हु आर नाउ डूइंग वेरी वेल, and and they literally started their entrepreneurial journey with us. They were literally working in factories where they were doing decent salaried jobs, and now they are running their factory bases and churning almost 100,000 150,000 pieces a month. So I think somewhere we were able to contribute back to the entrepreneurial ecosystem also, which is a matter of great pride to us. And दूसरा, we were able to build that entire ecosystem, because बड़ा फैक्ट्री के पास आप जाओगे तो कोई भी नहीं आपको 500 pieces 1000 pieces के लिए nobody is going to even give you a serious 30 minutes of their time to even set something up.
So kudos to you and your team. I think पंकज की भी आपने इतने vendor development, supply chain, इतना data analysis, इतना D2C, इतना online, because unless everything works together, you cannot have so many SKUs. Otherwise, or the customer will not get the level of service they get. But can I now ask you, is your demographic profile of women who are ordering from Clovia, are they more younger, more tech savvy, more online ones, more people in their teens, 20s, 30s? Do you have less women in 50s, 60s or 40s because they're less tech savvy? Okay, sorry, this was not, I don't asking you, I don't mean to say older people are less tech savvy, that's not, but what does your data show?
Right. So almost 40% of our user base is women who are 25 to 32, and हमारा पूरा business ही 24 to 32 के ऊपर हमने base करा था. But very interestingly, we realized that almost 25% of women who were 18 to 24 also started to shop with us a lot, right? And that kind of was a great learning for us as well, that all of a sudden we realized, I think turning off the light is probably better. So this is better, right?
Yeah, it's better, I think. Yeah. Oh.
Right. So almost 20%, 25% of the people have now started to come who are 18 to 24s. Uh, we have focused a lot of our efforts on the smaller towns. That's the intent that we have, and we believe that the real value creation has to happen in the smaller towns of India, and that's what we guys are working towards. And a vast majority of that comes from tier 2, tier 3 towns.
So if I can understand as a brand manager, your category as a marketing person, see, I know Clovia is around 150 crores kind of top line, but broadly speaking, it's closer to that, right? What will be the big player? Achha, sorry, I don't. So maybe I don't know. So whatever the size is, right? Of course, you are much above than 100 crores. So what are the biggest players in this category? Are they 1,000 crores or they 500 crores, 2,000 crores? And can Clovia, now you've done the hard work, tier 2, tier 3, online, D2C, so many vendors. What stops Clovia kind of companies to explode today to become a 500 crore or 1,000 crore company? Can you go international? Can you, is it money? Is it team? What does it, what will be your wish list which can just take a company like Clovia now to 500 crores or international expansion? What will be those pointers?
So it's a function of timing. It's, I think a huge chunk of being an entrepreneur is also being right with your timing. I think that's a very big part of being. And there's no math. You have to get lucky there. Everybody can say that I did it at the right time, but वो सच्चाई बहुत अलग होती है. वो usually either you get lucky or you don't. But आप ऐसे सोचो कि आज से 5 साल पहले कितने विमेन्स लिस्टेड बिजनेसेस थे, विमेन्स वेयर के, अपैरल में भी, या किसी भी कंज्यूमर एस्पेक्ट में. अगर आप फूड छोड़ दें, आप एफएमसीजी छोड़ दें, तो एक्चुअली विमेन रिलेटेड कितने बिजनेसेस थे जो 1,000 करोड़ से ऊपर थे, राइट? You will actually literally find almost none. And in the last 5 years, W has happened, Viva has happened, and you see so many of them which are more the cosmetic wave that has happened in India. Last 2 years, maybe I've seen a tremendous amount of cosmetic wave that is coming. The reason for that is the macros are changing. The disposable income in the hand of an Indian woman is changing, something which we are very proud of, something which we are very happy about. And also the consumption of a lot of personal consumption the Indian woman has taken in her hands now, and she started to spend. So there are a lot of people that I talk to who are industry scholars. They say that this is the era of women brands getting created. So I think अगले 5 साल इंडिया में आपको 1,000+ करोड़ के 10 ब्रांड आते दिखेंगे आराम से, which will be very focused on women. And maybe मैं नंबर छोटा ही बोल रहा हूँ, the number probably has to be a lot bigger than that. It will continue to be adding, more and more towards women's apparel. And the reason is just because of disposable income going up. So I think all we have to do is that there is a substantial amount of, tailwinds that are there for brands like us. And you just need to make sure that you capitalize on those tailwinds and you deliver the right value to the end consumer. And I think that has to be the predominant focus of a brand like us. So predominantly, I think that's point number one. And from a perspective of international, I think every Indian brand should have the aspiration to go international. I think that is an absolute given. I don't think there is any confusion there. Even for more categories, how better can you serve your end consumer? I think that has to be the aspiration for a brand. Uske beyond, everything else is, it's just a function of execution.
So when you say about international expansion, do you think कि अब इतना hard work हो गया, online है, D2C है, so countries nearby which are like Sri Lanka, Bangladesh, or even Southeast Asia or Middle East, you think companies at the level of Clovia which are already 100 crores plus, the next step should be something like that to go to Middle East or Singapore, or that still there are challenges there because you are online, you can still be online players, your market.
So if you for example go to if you go to Singapore, if you go to not maybe Hong Kong, but if you go to Southeast Asia and Singapore, you will see so many Indian brand names, मतलब अगर आप सिंगापुर में if you actually get out of of the metro, you will see at least two Indian brands the hoardings right there. So I think we are already there as a country. I think we are building world class products. And for example, apparel, मेरे business के case में तो you have to go to places where body types match the body types of Indians, right? If the body types are too different, then you will have to do a complete new supply chain. So it becomes a lot more tactical also in that case, not just strategic. So I think but there are a lot of home furnishing brands. There are a lot of other marketplaces which are pretty much there in the in these regions are doing very well. So I think agar aapka product world class hai, then there is nothing that should stop you. And and as we speak, we are selling in some international territories, and we are doing a pretty decent job there. I personally see that becoming a sizable percentage of our business in the next 2 years. Of course, it's too premature. We're still learning, so we are also not kind of pushing there yet.
तो मैं इसमें थोड़े से ब्रांड बिल्डिंग वाले क्वेश्चंस लेना चाहता हूं आपके साथ. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल, इन दिस कैटेगरी, बिकॉज इट्स इनर वेयर, इफ what I'm assuming, it's inner wear, so I think you don't get to flaunt it, right? So is it to because of that, can you make it an aspirational category? Like I can maybe flaunt my mobile or a car or my apparel, right, which I'm wearing right now, right? So does it become an aspirational brand, or is it more comfort and price sensitive always?
So I think from an aspirational standpoint, everything that any brand can do, there can always be an aspirational angle to it. I think in our category, the aspiration bit actually is very high because the fashion component is very high, of this category. So so while there are basics, and from what we do, a very interesting percentage of of course the 80-20 rule eventually applies in terms of the consumption, but a very high percentage of what we do is very is very fashion, is very literally there are times when a movie was launched and somebody was probably wearing something cage bra, and we would just launch it, and all of a sudden it becomes a rage. So we have seen those aspirational bits kicking in very, very consistently in the business. So the fact that this is the closest to you, the second skin of your body, one, and second, it is much against what the popular thought process amongst men is. Women usually buy lingerie for themselves, right? And it is a very personal product for them. They really give it a lot of thought, a lot of time, when they buy. And if they don't buy the right one, which we have seen, this is the reason why we started the business, when we started realizing that people are not buying the right product, in the smaller towns. I think जैसे आपको aha moment होता है ना, यार, I was wearing the wrong product, and that's the reason, why probably I had a backache, literally, things like those which impact you so much. So आपके functional aspects तो होते ही हैं, लेकिन ये इतना close to your body, इतना close to your own personal aspect है. Plugging in aspiration into this is actually much simpler than one can think about. So we personally believe that there is a huge component of aspiration here, and we constantly thrive and strive towards that. So far, and it has worked out well for us. I mean, at least our customer, when she buys a Clovia, it's not like she's hiding it from her friends. It's something that she talks about to her friends. That's the reason why we get a lot of repeat business and a lot of referral business. We keep getting almost 20% of our business is referral business. Which women talk to other women about, and they share a referral code, and it kind of gets sold from there.
So Clovia as a brand, what does it stand for? What is the brand value of Clovia? How do you define Clovia brand in your own mind as a founder? Like, what are the values of Clovia as a brand?
So it's actually 4 aspects here. Solution, which is number one, most primary, paramount thing ever. Ki whatever we do, even if we just launched intimate washes, which are doing phenomenally well, right? So आप एक तरफ से सोचोगे यार lingerie, sleepwear brand था, all of a sudden intimate wash कहाँ से आ गया? But पूरा agenda ये है कि all things that will solve a problem for a woman. So we want to take the position, we say that we there was this movie, right? What women want, right? So we laugh within our ecosystem. We say that Clovia wants to be the answer to what women want. Clovia wants to actually know what women want and solve it for them. So I think one is solution, premium fashion. I'm just giving you the 4 tenets of the brand, right? Of what we stand for, and all of it at an affordable pricing. So that is basically the 4 keys, pillars of what we stand the brand towards.
So if I try to understand Clovia, can you tomorrow be in women's t-shirts or women's shoes? Does your brand Clovia allow you to be in women's t-shirts or skirts or shoes or makeup?
मतलब अब skirts और shoes में पता नहीं मैं कोई problem solve कर रहा हूँ या नहीं, right? So मतलब most of the जैसे when we have to take a decision about a product range, so we launched sanitary pads, right, which was right there, and the core learning was कि most of the products out there at the end of the day post usage create rash problems for women, right? So consumer के लिए rash problem was a huge problem, and we had like a resounding set of our product team saying that somebody needs to solve this, right? So thoda sa na, the whole thought process of the team is very jihadi. So they would not talk about category, they would not talk about इस category में expansion करते हैं, बड़ा opportunity है. पूरा thought process होता है, ये problem है, इसको solve करते हैं. मैं बोलता हूँ यार ये problems तो solve कर दो कि category बहुत छोटा है. तो मेरे को तब चुप करा दिया जाता है कि हम प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व करने आए, यहाँ पे तुम्हारा कैटेगरी एक्सपेंशन की बात नहीं कर रहे. So I think, and I personally believe that it's a very good place to get aligned to as a business, right? So we sold, we did sanitary pads, which are rash-free sanitary pads. We take a lot of pride in those products. We launched panty liners, which was against the same line. Recently we launched the intimate wash, where we realized that the product in the market were pretty subpar, at the price point that they were being offered. So in the future, whether we'll do skirts, I personally don't think so. The answer, at least in my mind, is no, because it's not serving a purpose. It's not solving a problem. But then, of course, there are a lot of other places where we see that there are problems to be solved, and we will continue to explore those and fix those, right? Or uske upar there's a full R&D team which continues to work towards.
But would you not define? I'm asking Clovia as something which is. I thought your answer would be कि skirt इसलिए नहीं करेंगे कि because it's not intimate to a woman. Does Clovia also stand for a woman's not only problem solving or fashion or price points, but also intimate needs? I'm trying to understand more intimate needs. Is it not the domain you're working with, or it's more than that?
So as I said, we started off with lingerie. We very clearly understood that we are a business which talks of all things intimate, which we are anyways doing as we speak. But we will continue to explore opportunities where we believe that there is a space where people are not looking into it and solving, right? Either it is because of a taboo, or it is because some problem people don't find worth solving because probably it's a much smaller market for them, or maybe because people believe that it's going to take a long time for a product to be developed. So our whole agenda is that so basically I think that takes me to the vision of Clovia, right? Who are we and what are we trying to do? I think that's probably a question that we are trying to answer here. So we want to be somebody who. So it's a very interesting, and it's a very interesting thesis, and just bear with me for 2 minutes, right? Our whole thought process is that life of a woman is not simple, either be it in this country or elsewhere, right? And it's not, I'm not just saying it for the heck of saying it. It is a complex world out there. Even Hillary Clinton, when she lost, there was a being a woman probably was one of the reasons for that. It is a global problem. So our whole thesis is that every day when you go out, it is a battlefield for you, right? It is, you have to be somebody's mother, sister, daughter, either at any point of time. Even in the boardroom, you have to speak a little extra to make yourself heard, right? There is always that little extra that you have to do over and above others, so just to make yourself felt. So when you wake up in the morning, you've gone to the shower, you've come out, right, and you're getting dressed to prepare yourself for what's coming next to you for the rest of the day. Can Clovia be part of that journey of preparing yourself? I think that's the way we look at ourselves, and and my apologies because it's sounding a little bit more melodramatic, but I think the whole idea for us as Clovia, or who we are, it actually spawned from there, where we said ki I don't care whether I'm making innerwear for you or I'm giving you an intimate wash or I'm giving you a sanitary pad or a face cream. I mean, I don't care, you know. Am I preparing you for what's next? Am I ready to take you to battle? And I think Clovia wants to be that friend who sets you up for the battle and says, go and nail it, you know. And that is the whole thought process. And when I'm speaking, I'm already goosebumpy, right? I mean, because that's what we believe in, you know. So we prepare you for that daily battle that you are, you know, going through, and we will be by your side all along. So हमारा जो core agenda है वो ये है. It sounds very theatrical. Sorry about that. But I think at least it gives you a certain sense of where we come from. अब वो product यहाँ से spawn होते हैं, मतलब you know product इससे निकलता है, which is all right. And there we don't get worried कि यार ये brand की salience को तो नहीं hit कर रहा, you know market बड़ा तो नहीं है, हम वो सब नहीं सोचते. फिर हम सब ये सोचते हैं कि क्या ये prepare कर रहा है, you know मोटा. That's the way we think about it.
To prepare women to go to the next level, right?
इतना भी नहीं है. We to just prepare you for what's the day is about to bring to you. You know, it's literally like that.
No, I very, you know, I would really commend you ki by the kind of, but it's a very, you know, higher, great purpose, and I think women in this country and worldwide need it. And I think Clovia is doing a great job. So, let me come to the brand building aspect. So, to communicate this, how have you done brand building? Is it like in older times, you know, as marketing people used to say ATL, BTL, ये करते हैं, hoarding लगा देते हैं, एक brand ambassador ले आते हैं. So is it more influencer marketing? Is it more, you know, events around women topics where women need? उन events में आप participate करते हैं. What are the kind of things an entrepreneur can do to build a brand in the right way through marketing activities?
Right. So, but for me, actually, frankly, the brand maestro is yourself. But I will still try to answer. Maybe we should answer this together. You know, considering there's so many things, you know, that you are doing and which I keep learning from on a day-to-day basis. You know, and I mean, I would, you know, probably now I can take that little opportunity to commend you guys also. Keep, you know, it's phenomenal. You know, food में कभी किसी ने इस तरह से देखा ही नहीं था जिस तरह से आप लोगों ने चीजें करी हैं, right? And it's beautiful, and you keep doing it every day. You know. I remember seeing that video of yours where you're just talking about how you're ready for, you know, COVID deliveries, right? The impeccability of the way it was executed, right, literally made me feel यार अभी order कर देता हूँ. So I think those are the kind of things. The way I see it is कि D2C का फायदा ये थोड़ा सा नुकसान भी है if you don't execute well. But one aspect is कि every product that you make, every product that you ship, every phone call that you take, every font that you use in your communication, you know, all of that contribute to building that brand. You know, आप realize भी नहीं करते कि इस वक्त मैं जो बोल रहा हूँ, that also in some ways might be contributing to whatever, you know, set of people end up seeing this, because that will create a certain impression of Clovia as a, you know, as a brand. So I think that has to be very important कि आप अपना DNA के लिए बहुत clear रहो कि आपका DNA क्या है, आप कौन हो, और फिर आप उसी तरह से behave करो. उसको dodge भी मत करना, झूठ भी मत बोलना, because पकड़े जाओगे. I think customer is very smart. Customer is smarter than all of us put together, because somebody very smart told me one day that customer catches bullshit much earlier than you can create it, right? So I think if you're very clear about your DNA, then you can come in. Then step 2 is how you communicate it, which was the, you know, key question. So I think communication aspect में we went very digital, very you know, natively digital about it. May not be very smart thing to do at certain stage, may be very smart thing to do, I don't know. But we believe that our whole communication is one-on-one at this point of time, and we stuck to that one-on-one, right? So while we continue to do those regular, you know, the Facebook, Google, retargeting, all that, you know, all that jing bang is there. But I think social media very early on worked very well for us, and there also we were using it as a medium to communicate who we are, right? I mean, जैसे you know, जैसे हम लोग का so our core aspect of our business is, अभी तो मैं बहुत serious हो गया बहुत देर, but हम में से कोई भी serious नहीं रह पाता बहुत देर तक, you know, हमें एक joke crack करना होता है, कुछ तो बकवास करनी होती है. आज तो मैं बहुत, because विशाल से बात थोड़ा शराफत से करूँगा. So but the whole concept for us is, जैसे हम लोग का happiness and joy is basically our key ingredient, you know. तो हमने brand को भी यही रखा कि, so you know, happiness is my superpower is what we call as Clovia, right? We say that, you know, for every Clovia girl the happiness is superpower. तो हम लोग का कोई भी आप वीडियो देखोगे, कोई भी visual देखोगे, you know, the girl would be
probably happy तो होगी होगी, but probably sexy होगी, but sensual नहीं होगी. You know, it will be very it will be a very thin line traded at all points of time. You know, it will never be overtly sexual. It will be very thin line where happiness is the key. Everything else is, you know, around it. So एक तो आप हमें communication को बहुत वही है, who you are पे you should be true to it and then communicate it in the right way. I think those are the two very critical things that we feel. And तीसरा I think हम लोगों ने brand build तो ऐसे ही किया कि हमने हर चीज पे फोकस यही किया कि वो हैप्पीनेस वाला एस्पेक्ट रखते हैं. कभी फेल मतलब ऑलमोस्ट यू नो आधा ही आधा है, मतलब आधा पर टाइम फेल होते हैं, आधा टाइम पास होते हैं, लेकिन 50% नंबर है तो पास तो है. सो आई थिंक दैट्स द वे वी लुक एट इट. और बट वी वेंट वेरी डिजिटल एंड वी वेंट वेरी रीजनल आल्सो, वेयर वी हैड आवर ओन ऑफलाइन प्रेजेंस. वहां पे हम लोगों ने रीजनल बहुत सो एक्टिविटीज बहुत किया. यू नो जैसे हमारा अगर आप ईबीओ में जाओगे तो कुछ भी हो रहा होगा. if जैसे नॉर्थ इंडिया में अगर तीज आता है तो दे विल बी लाइक यू नो देयर बी मेहंदी सेशंस हैपनिंग जनरली हो रहे होंगे. और ये नहीं होगा कि हमें फुटफॉल बढ़ाना है, वो इसलिए होगा क्योंकि ब्रांड स्टैंड्स फॉर सेलिब्रेशन एंड जॉय ना, तो लेट्स डू इट. यू नो सो उस टाइप का है. एक बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग चीज आपसे शेयर करता हूँ विशाल, आप इनफैक्ट आप अप्रिशिएट करोगे. हम लोगों ने ना एक वीडियो किया था विद वन ऑफ द लीडिंग सोशल मीडिया इन्फ्लुएंसर्स व्हिच वाज कॉल्ड आजादी. एंड उसमें व्हाट द गर्ल डिड वाज, द होल थॉट वाज दैट शी came back in the evening, she took off her bra, that was the core theme, and she was just putting in a rant about how she's feeling free now because she's taken off, you know, this stupid bra which she was wearing through the day. And it was just a rant about that. And I got one of my CMO friends wrote on social media ki yaar Pankaj, this is very mind boggling, this is brilliant what you guys have done, you called it out ki bra wearing is uncomfortable at times, right? And it was a stream, almost 90 comments है. मैं आपको इनफैक्ट वो उसका लिंक्डइन लिंक भी शेयर करूंगा, where people are saying यार ये तो एंटी ब्रांड है, तुम कह रहे हो मेरा ब्रांड पहन के डिस्कम्फर्ट होता है, you know, so ये तो स्टूपिड है. And then there's a bunch of people who said yeah this is brilliant, somebody actually called out a problem and accepted it, right? And then the social media influencer also came, the girl also came and she started saying yeah what nonsense, you know, and it was brilliant, you know, the whole conversation. My thesis was I just went there and wrote, if you've started a conversation, our job is done. You know, the whole idea was to start a conversation.
And I think you're being real to your consumer and also your brand by being real to the consumer, because there might be times when she doesn't need it, right? Maybe 90% time but she might not need it for the 10% of the time, so whatever the times, right? So you're being.
तो एक फ्रेंड ने मेरे बहुत अच्छा से इसको एक बहुत अच्छी तरीके से आर्टिकुलेट किया था. He said, and he's one of, you know, one of the biggest social media creators in the country right now. And he said, there are certain problems we can solve, there are certain problems we cannot solve. The ones we cannot solve, we celebrate, you know. At least put it out there and just celebrate an issue, right? At least you'll spread some joy out of it, right? So that's the thesis that we took. I think वो वाले stands आप लेते रहोगे तो brand creation अपने आप थोड़ा शुरू हो जाता है.
हो जाएगा. But I think somewhere you also saying कि values को समझना पड़ेगा. If I can make out, you're saying happiness and sensualities might be those values which you are using or believe in while brand creation, right?
Exactly.
Be happy and sensual because being the category.
So हमारे लिए it's just happiness. हमारे लिए it's just happiness.
Okay.
You know, happiness and joy. I mean, so you know, joy is basically the key ingredient of whatever we do.
But uske liye, but do you use, like when you're going to a new city, or of course you are D2C, you're online, you're in almost every city. Do you take like the old traditional way of taking hoardings or fashion shows, things like that, or it's mostly videos, digital videos, or digital influencer marketing mainly, and the content? Do you do offline?
अभी तक
Offline fashion shows, hoardings, and TV ads and things like that also, do you consider?
So हम लोगों ने इसे टीवी एड्स नहीं करा, बिल्कुल हमने होर्डिंग्स करा है. तो फैशन शोज भी हमने बहुत actually I would not even call it like, you know, so we have been very non-traditional in certain set of ways. उसका इंटेंट भी होता है ना, जैसे आप फैशन शो करते हो तो आप बेसिकली डिस्ट्रीब्यूटर्स के लिए करते हो, आप रिटेलर्स के लिए करते हो, राइट?
और B2B.
हाँ जी, एग्जैक्टली B2B करते हो. तो वहां पे हम लोगों ने ऑफ कोर्स देयर आर वेज दैट वी एंगेज विद आवर एंड पार्टनर्स देयर, बट इट इज नॉट थ्रू फैशन शोज. So that's one of the reasons why we have not done. Same for trade shows, you know. So a lot of those things we have not done because there's a certain way that we run the business, and it requires a certain other ways to do it. But yes, there are certain means which are very effective. For example, hoardings is a very effective medium even today, right? And you would know it better than I do, right? Of course, considering कि आप offline में so heavily there, आपसे बात करते कई बार लग रहा है आप ट्रिक क्वेश्चन तो नहीं पूछ रहे ना, अभी बोलेगा बच्चू गड़बड़ बोल रहे थे. But हमारे लिए hoarding has really worked, in the exclusive. It's been very well for us.
So do you think other than digital medium, influencer marketing, the social media, even the traditional media like hoardings cannot be ignored?
Cannot be. Absolutely cannot be. That's the bread and butter of a lot of brands out there, and there is a reason why it is so. They are smart enough to understand the value being delivered. That's why they're doing it.
But what about जैसे बड़े cities में, जैसे कि we all experience दिल्ली बॉम्बे में, अगर आपको 10 होर्डिंग लगाने हैं तो पता चला कि महीने के 30-40 लाख निकल गए. So do you use hoardings more in tier 2, tier 3 cities as a startup, not so much in tier 1 cities? And do you do like movie advertising also before COVID, like in INOX and the PVRs of the world? Is that a space you want to take?
So I think sometimes now being very ROI. So again, it's also the stage of the business. I think जो first 100 crore में आपको पहुंचने के लिए जो it's literally you have to keep shedding your. Is this better now? Somebody just messaged me that it's not clear.
थोड़ा सा clear. I think that has been an issue today in the conversation, but I think the network has.
So my study has been taken over by Neha today, so I'm using the spare guest room. So apologies. So So I was basically what I was saying that जो first 100 crore पहुंचने के लिए आपको it's literally you have to keep shedding your skin. What leads you to first 100 crores, for the next 200 probably you have to absolutely redo the whole thing. जो hustle करके आप 100 crore तक पहुंच गए, लेकिन वही hustling करके आप 500 नहीं पहुंचोगे. मतलब there is always a different way of doing things. So what we are understanding here is at this point of time is कि traditional means have worked very well for us. और हम लोगों ने constantly try भी करा है. जैसे I think cinema advertising is a brilliant way of doing things, right? होना चाहिए. I think that is super critical. आपके पास नहीं है. For example, मेरे पास एक ही स्टोर है पूरे शहर में और मैंने एडवर्टाइजिंग कर दी, उस पे जाके टेलीविजन सिनेमा में जाके कर दिया, मेरे 20 लाख रुपए भी लग गया, लेकिन फाइनली वो वॉक इन वहां पे 1000 भी हो गया तो मैथ विल नॉट ऐड अप. सो आई थिंक व्हेन यू हैव द क्रिटिकल मास देन यू शुड डू इट.
Pankaj, you have an online brand, right? So customer can always go and order online, right? In your case.
Okay, so very interestingly, there I think so now I understand what you're saying. So I think offline customer to be brought to the internet, I think the cost that it requires is किसी जगह पे that you do a holistic 360 degree planning in terms of bringing offline guys to the internet, where there is a methodology of पहले मैं उसे इंटरनेट पे पहले मैं उसे टेलीविजन एडवर्टाइजिंग करूंगा, फिर I will back it up by radio, then the same person is also going to see me in the cinemas, then तो it starts to make sense. But if you're trying to do a patchy work where you say कि मैं सिनेमा एडवर्टाइजिंग कर दूं और उसके कॉरस्पॉन्डिंग लोग इंटरनेट पे आ जाए, मैथ विल नेवर ऐड अप, बिकॉज जितना पैसा आपको वो 2000 आईबॉल्स लगाने में लग रहा है, राइट, उतने पैसे में तो आप गूगल पे उसके 120th पे उतना ट्रैफिक ले आओगे.
So somewhere it will help a lot of entrepreneurs. So I want to repeat it and get a validation from you कि अगर आप ऑनलाइन ब्रांड हो तो आप ऑनलाइन पे एडवर्टाइज करके वो कस्टमर, क्योंकि ऑनलाइन पर आपको देख रहा है तो उसको ऑनलाइन पर कन्वर्ट करना ज्यादा आसान है, रेदर देन का कस्टमर जो ऑफलाइन आपने एडवर्टाइज करा तो उसको ऑनलाइन पे लाना और ऑर्डर करवाना.
Absolutely. Unless you do a more 360 degree, because वो एक स्केल के बियॉन्ड वो जब ट्रिगर करता है तो वो भयानक वॉल्यूम मिलाता है. So you have to be ready for that scale. You have to be ready for that investment. You cannot do a piecemeal there. That you cannot do. It have to be the full course.
Okay. No, I think it will help a lot of people understand. तो मैं ब्रांड के because we are already I think हमने टाइम काफी ले लिया, मैं एक आध पॉइंट को एड्रेस करना चाहता हूँ before we because ब्रांड बिल्डिंग पे हमने काफी ले लिया, को फाउंडर पे ले लिया, एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप पे ले लिया. आप टीम बिल्डिंग के बारे में if you can say when you were hiring, when you were starting in 2015, other than your co-founders, what were the kind of people you were looking when an entrepreneur starts a team? उस समय किस जो लोग आपने हायर करे, व्हेन यू हैव टू लुक बैक नाउ यू हैव द एडवांटेज ऑफ द हाइंडसाइट, तो कितने लोग आज 5 साल तक कंटिन्यू करें, किस तरह के लोगों, क्योंकि टीम बिल्डिंग एवरी एंटरप्रेन्योर अंडरस्टैंड इज वन ऑफ द बिगेस्ट थिंग्स कि भाई आप राइट काइंड, तो इस एक एटीट्यूड यू लुक फॉर कि भाई लोग आईआईटी टाइप होने चाहिए या पढ़े लिखे ज्यादा एमबीए टाइप, और इट इज मोर टेम्परामेंट और व्हाट इट इज, और लॉन्जरी, या are there more women in your organization because they understand lingerie better? What is your mantra for hiring initially and for team building? I think that is something entrepreneurs will help people.
So there are two parts to the answer. One is when, the mantra for hiring initial guys, and other is the mantra for hiring the regular people. So I think दोनों में थोड़ा different ही रहेगा. For example, our company is 70% women, so I'm a minority there. Almost literally it's like for every 4 people it's 3 women and 1 guy. So initial guys में ना एक बहुत interesting learning I'll share. I think way back in 2008 or 9, I got a chance to meet, rather not meet, attend an event where Marissa Mayer was also there, right? And she was one of the people who had actually did the founding piece of putting together the Google team, right? And my question, when
You mean Yahoo or Google? Marissa Mayer, Yahoo.
She's the CEO of Yahoo now. She's the CEO of Yahoo now, but she's one of the she's the founding member of Google, right? So she's the
Google,
person
right.
who the initial core team was set up by one of few of these people, and she was one of them. So my question was exactly this, that how does the company, initial days everything is nice and dandy, you're a set of DNA of the organization, right? And there's a certain zeal, but as the organization grows,
yes, थोड़ा break कर रहा था, but if you can repeat it will help.
Yeah. So I was saying, as the organization grows, how do you still keep that zeal, right? Because if there are like 20,000 people in 5 different locations, how do you maintain that, and of course, and how do you build that? So the answer that she gave was a very obvious one, frankly, and most of the most important answers are usually the simplest ones, right? Most effective ones also. And she said that the initial nucleus has to be very, very clear, right? The initial set of people literally define the DNA of the company, right? And I think that was something which I've always kept at heart. We have been super crazy in terms of making sure about the people that we had in the initial days. From a personal basis, every interview that we do, I take the last interview personally. And the reason that I take that interview is, and people ask me also, what stupid questions you're asking, right? Because the question will be more around what's your family background, what does your father do, what do you do, The whole intent is to understand a little bit more about the person, where the person is coming from, is the person hungry enough to contribute back? Is the person, so there are a lot of softer aspects that come into play. So I think during the initial days, we got very lucky in terms of bringing the people with the light, with 2-3 tenets which were absolutely common to all of them. One was, we were all super hungry. We were super hungry to make a difference, and to make a difference literally that, whatever we are doing, it has to impact a huge set of people, not just a small set of people. That was one core agenda that, we kind of identified in all people. Some of them did not have that because they did not have the vision yet, but we could see that in their little environment that they have come from, they were still hungry. So they may not have the vision of millions of people, but they still had the aspiration of doing something really, really impactful, So even the person, I remember the gentleman who joined us as an MIS, executive, and literally grew on to be, leading almost a sizable chunk of our business. So I think, One is that the key tenets you have to identify. One is what we identified was how hungry you are, and second, your core ethics have to be in place, because in our business, it is there's a lot of buying that happens. There is a lot of cash transaction that happens, right? So we are very sensitive to that, extremely sensitive to that. So that was one aspect that we really did. Ref checks, cross checks, just trying to understand within the industry if there was ever a word about that person, of he does some additional things in life, so that is something, the core ethics have to be very strong. So and third is that there has to be some level of camaraderie, right? So we used to, when we met people, we would literally do at least 3 meetings where we just converse and talk to them. And by the third meeting, they were also irritated that why are they meeting us again and again, right? But the whole intent was to understand the person more, because the more the probability, टेस्ट मैच का सीरीज इसीलिए होता है ना 5, क्योंकि प्रोबेबिलिटी प्रूव्स ट्रू इन लार्जर नंबर ऑफ केसेस, राइट? आप 3 बार मिलोगे, आपको तीसरी बार में क्रैक समझ आ जाएगा, प्रिटेंस खत्म हो ही जाएगा किसी एक एस्पेक्ट पे। वो प्रिटेंस ऐसे भी खत्म होता है व्हेन द वेटर कम्स एंड दैट पर्सन काइंड ऑफ मेक्स अ फेस, यू वुड नो कि ये एस्पेक्ट में प्रॉब्लम है। अब वेदर वो प्रॉब्लम है आपके लिए एक्सेप्टेबल है नहीं है, दैट डिसीजन यू कैन टेक, but at least you know the problem. So I think it takes a lot of effort and you really have to work hard for it. It's not, there's no अगर आप सोचोगे कि मैं एक इंटरव्यू में करके खट से सीख जाऊंगा, वो हो नहीं पाएगा। So initial days में you have to invest a lot of energy in the first few guys. That's one learning that I had over the last 3 businesses. Of course, I would love it if you add a little to it, because I'm the only one who's been speaking all along.
No, today this interview is about Pankaj and Clovia, so I think that's more important to hear your views. But I think I'd like to repeat what you said. I think it will be very important for people to know, because team building is very important. You didn't really hire for very specific skill sets or education. You hired for a certain ethics and certain hunger or temperament. So that is an camaraderie. So I think that is very important. But what happens? Also, I like to ask one more thing on this. When a company grows, you become a 100 crore plus company and much more than that now. So let's say एक CFO function है, which is very technical in nature. कि उसको ये भी आना चाहिए, कल को Clovia IPO भी जा सकती है, mergers and acquisition है, certain things. So do you start at some point, you might need to put some people on top of people जो पिछले 3, 4, 5 साल से काम कर रहे हैं. तो वैसा होता है कि भाई आप किसी को ला के, एक सीनियर आदमी को पुराने लोगों के ऊपर भी रखना पड़ रहा है, ऐसा कुछ होता है? How do you do that?
वो बहुत ना स्टेज पे डिपेंड करता है। आई रिमेम्बर, सो आई हैव डन जस्ट वन जॉब इन माय लाइफ व्हिच वाज फॉर फर्स्ट 2 years, and I remember at that point of time, so the company is almost like $3 billion now, and we were just 20 people that time, and so it was a brilliant learning experience for me. So I remember after the first 12 months, right, somebody very senior from the industry was come and put on the organization, right, and that person was very he was an old gentleman, almost 60 years plus, and a great person because he came from like a really white collared, blue blooded ecosystem, and they thought that if you bring in that person, everything will kind of fall into processes, because right now it is just a bunch of mavericks doing brilliant work, right? That backfired on the company big time, right? Because the changes that he was trying to bring in much early, it was literally, the body was given steroids which the body could not absorb. It was like the business body was given the steroid of that gentleman which they could not absorb, and eventually it did not work out very well. I think that was a very interesting learning for me, that every stage of the business requires different skill sets of people, and you should not overdo it too early also, and you should not take it too late also. There are a lot of cases where you wait out a long time, and there it starts to impact you very negatively, because the people who are supposed to handle scale were not present in your internal team, and you continued to bet on them, and they lost out on the opportunity also, and they could not succeed also, and they also went into depression. So dono sides ही very critical है. One, you should not shy away from bringing external help. I think you have to. Every stage of the business requires different skill sets of people, but it is paramount beyond words that people who have been part of your growth story, you cannot, once your work is done, you cannot just kind of remove them and say, okay, now there's a boss on your head. I think there's a certain amount of sensitivity that you owe to them. So it's also a function of how you bring. So in my second business, we had brought in a professional CFO, and we had a financial controller who had grown over a period of time, literally from senior manager to a financial controller, and then he had a CFO on his head, right? But that entire process was done over a span of 2 months, where that person was also made part of that interview process while telling that you're interviewing your boss. It wasn't like that, the authority has to be ensured. So when that happened, literally it was two people who became friends and kind of, moved on. So I think you have to be very sensitive to the whole process. It's not about IQ. I think running a business and motivating the team is 90% EQ. And if you have the people with the right ambition and the IQ in place, then with great EQ you can do wonders with them. Agar IQ nahi hai, tab to lafda hai. Fir to, whatever you do, you're screwed.
But IQ you are saying is hygiene only. Finally, EQ will work. IQ to hygiene hai, chahiye hi chahiye. वो तो चाहिए ही चाहिए. But it will be the EQ which will get things done, and also the sensitivity which you create. And I think if I can just add on this one, कि अगर आप ला भी रहे हैं बाहर से, तो I think that person has to earn their currency within the organization over a period of time to get that decision making. Otherwise, people will not accept it. Someone has to earn it, even if they have very well, I think. Acha, my last question, because what time le liya. So what is Pankaj or Suman or Neha or Clovia's final vision? Final is a wrong word. What is a vision? What do you see this in every country? Do you see it as a $1 billion company or a 10 billion, or forget numbers? What is the vision? Do you see it as a 100-year-old company tomorrow after something? Or what have you done that this company can last after Pankaj and Neha and Suman are also gone at some point in life?
So I think from a vision perspective, that one aspect of vision that we already told you, what we want to be in terms of preparing for what's next. I think that's something that we are absolutely aligned to. But while in the process of preparing where we feel we can go, I think if you were to count women wear, not even innerwear, women wear brand in India, right? 1,000 crore opportunity probably would be just, 2, 3 at best, probably 4, right? All put together, right? I think Clovia is clearly having all the right ingredients, and this is something that, we are very, 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 aligned to as a business ourselves. We have all the right ingredients to be a brand which is in every woman's wardrobe in this country. I think that is a starting point for us. That's the way we have built out our business as well, right? If you are a Marks and Spencer buyer, I have a product for you, and a product which will probably, beat a certain product of a certain brand by miles, And if you're a regional local brand buyer, then I have a product for you which is doing a brilliant job in what it does, while not leaving my sanctity. I will continue to be happy because my premium is also there while there is affordable. So we want to be part of every single wardrobe in this country. I think that is the single thought process that we have at this point of time. And there is a huge opportunity of global brands coming out of India, but I don't want to talk about it at this point of time. I think India in itself is a huge opportunity in itself. The other thing is that what we are doing is way beyond us. It's is it something that will continue impacting lives 20 years from now? I think that's what really excites us as people, right? I mean, if 20 years from now, even if we are not there, or we're not part of it in certain ways, can I still see somebody saying that, hey, I had this problem, and these guys have still come up with something new, to kind of solve a certain problem for you, because 20 years later also there will be more problems that we have today, right? So I think from a legacy perspective, I think it's very, very critical for us to kind of build something which will last much longer than us. But I think a lot of founders feel like that because they are so because they are so ingrained in the baby that they make. Every parent wants to see the baby live a much bigger and better life than the parent. I think that's the way people look at their brands as well. But I think बहुत बड़ा vision नहीं at this point of time. We want to be part of every single wardrobe in India. I think that is as simple a thought process as we have.
वो अपने आप में
next 5 years and plan again.
वो अपने आप में बहुत बड़ा विजन है कि अगर हर wardrobe में पहुंच गए तो अब अपने आप ही बहुत कुछ हो गया, right? I think you have said it without
और फिर आगे plan करना.
No, I think no, but you have created, really commendable job. You, Suman, Neha, and the whole team of Clovia. I keep hearing from so many people what commendable. Any message you would like to say to entrepreneurs, because this is a chat for entrepreneurs. Before we leave, I think I've taken too much of your time, but any last message, anything? We have talked about a lot of topics. Any particular thing which you might like to say on that, on Clovia, on entrepreneurship, on life, anything.
I can just add 2 lines for entrepreneurship in general. I think one is every great business is a great story, but every great story is not a great business. So try and work towards building a great business, because I think this whole new wave that has kicked in, people have started to think more from a story direction than a business direction, right? So that's very critical. धंधा बनाओ, कहानी मत बनाओ. I think that's very very important to keep in mind at all points of time. अच्छा धंधा है तो कहानी तो बनी जाएगी. That's the way to look at it. And that's one. And other learning which I personally tell everyone I meet, more than they like, is very simple, that everything can lie, but maths and physics doesn't lie. अगर आपके रॉकेट में उतना ही फ्यूल है, तो that's pure physics. Combustion होगा, वो थोड़े दिन बाद मर जाएगा, तो गिरेगा ही गिरेगा. So उस तरह से अपने फ्यूल को चलाओ कि आप नेक्स्ट माइलस्टोन तक पहुंच सको. And mathematics, gross margins, the math cannot lie. You cannot outdo maths. So always be true to your physics and maths. Whenever you're trying to build your business model, don't over optimize or rather hyperbolize it. Be very very truthful to the physics and maths of it all. So as long as you can stay true to these two ethos, I think you're covered. I think that's the thought process.
आप कह रहे हो पोइट्री, कहानी सब बन जाएगी, उससे शुरू मत करो. कहानी ग्राउंड लेवल से शुरू करो, हार्डवर्क से करो. इट्स अ वेरी लॉन्ग जर्नी. और आपके नंबर्स अगर बोलेंगे तो बाकी सब कुछ बोलेगा, राइट?
Wait.
So thank you so much, Pankaj. I can't, be so more thankful. I think a lot of people would have learned so much. We put it on YouTube, we put it on LinkedIn. And, even after a year, 2 years, 3 years, we always say, from lingerie industry, whenever someone is doing, or even apparel or women's wear, I think people will have a lot to learn from this. And I think, thank you so much. We wish you and Clovia all the best. Thank you so much. Bye.
Thank you so much, sir. Absolute delight. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye. Bye.